How do I sound this time? Is it better?
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that was more me than it was you, though.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Got some things to talk about.
Man, got some things to talk about. Me and Dale, I got both of our accounts. Can you see me now?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, cool. Follow both our accounts. I got it leaked in at the bottom. All right, man. So we here, man. Let's talk about Superman and Fantastic Four, man.
Let's do
Wow, what a summer. We got Jurassic. So summer started in May. We had Thunderbolts. We had Final Destination. Then June came. We had F1. We had 28 years later. Now July, we have Spider-Man, Jurassic Park, Fantastic Four, man. And now people are busting heads over Marvel versus DC. So who wins it, man?
We
So who
knew
get
it was gonna happen. We knew that was gonna come. It's always no matter what, it's always gonna be Marvel versus DC.
Man,
So
it's always that, man. So okay, bro. Let's start with before we get into which film was better. Let's start with Fantastic Four first.
okay.
All right. So we both seen the movie. We honestly got two different thoughts on it. I want to start with you. So give us all right. So your overall thoughts and
Uh,
the positive and negatives from the movie. So what's your overall thoughts on Fantastic Four first step? Is this a
overall
good step for Marvel?
overall thoughts for Fantastic Four. I liked it, didn't love it.
Okay.
That's to put it simply. Liked it, didn't love it. It did some things really well, especially coming off that last Fantastic Four movie. A
Yeah.
lot of improvements. I can say that. There was a lot of things that I did like. I actually was very satisfied with Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm. I think she was amazing. Um, Galactus looked phenomenal. He looked really good. I like the way Galactus, the way they portrayed him. I wasn't even mad at the Silver Surfer. I know they didn't go with Norman Rad. They went with the female Shalabal Surfer. Didn't know how that was going to play out, but it worked well. But besides those things, I don't know. I had a few things that I didn't. I like the idea that they didn't just do the origin story over again. Yeah, I was fine with that, but I felt like Ben Grimm was underused. That's how I felt. I don't know. I just didn't like the way it all played out. I didn't like the way the story all played out. It seemed a little rushed to me. Like I would have liked a little more, especially if we were skipping the origin story. Uh, I'm gonna give it a six. That's what the final number I'm gonna link on. I'm gonna give it a six, and that's the most I could do for that movie. Is a six.
As far as like MCU movies, is this a good step for them, or do you feel like this is like a step back?
For them because another thing that this movie did do was it maintained its tone throughout the whole film. It didn't have parts that were so super serious and then overly silly. They actually kept the jokes to a minimum, which I was surprised. And I think that part, if the MCU keeps that going forward, we'll be in a good space. That was one of the decisions that they made that I think was really good because the comedy was getting kind of out of hand in some of these movies where it didn't need it. So I think it was a good refresh to the MCU. I think it's a good refresh to give us a different sort of direction.
Is it better than Thunderbolts?
I'm gonna say this. I like the Fantastic Four as characters better. Like going into the movie, I'm more of a fan of Fantastic Four than, of course, the characters from Thunderbolts. But as a film, I enjoyed the Thunderbolts more.
So my turn. I will start with what I think about the film. I love the movie. Obviously, I seen it twice. Um, I liked. So let me start with the positives. The cast was great. Vanessa Kirby was the MVP. If this y'all first time here, please subscribe to me and Dale. I'll listen to the bio. Appreciate y'all sliding through. Appreciate everybody from sliding through. Hello, everybody. I like the cast. Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn was amazing in their characters. Pedro was mid. Pedro looked exhausted. Pedro looked like he was like there, but he wasn't there.
He came through The Last of Us or something. I don't know what was going on.
And he looked exhausted in this movie. Plus, it didn't feel like he really, really wanted to be there. So I was very mid about Pedro. My man from the Bear, I can't pronounce his name worth a thing. He played the king, Ben Grimm. He was good. Wanted to see more of him. I felt I could see the edits in this. Visually, the movie aesthetic wise looked amazing. Like the whole Jetson vibe, the whole flying car, the whole 60 retro vibe. I loved it. I loved everything about that. I love the fact that they stuck to the Silver Age of Fantastic Four, which Jack Kirby and Stan Lee did. I love the fact that that it was a family dynamic and they worked as a team. I love the fact that they didn't include none of other MCU characters in the story, that they kept it strictly there. So with this movie, for y'all that haven't seen this movie, they strictly stick with the Fantastic Four. There's no Thor, there's no other characters in there. It's strictly just about the Fantastic Four, nothing more, nothing more. And I liked it. I loved it. I think that was great. I liked. I love Galactus. I like how Galactus looked. He looked amazing. If you seen that Joker in IMAX, he looked amazing. Julia Gardner as Silver Surfer, she was great. I was one of those people that was on the fence with her being Surfer because I was like, why not go with the Norman Rad character? But in this movie, in this universe, they're allowing more than one Silver Surfer to be existence because there's multiple universes. Because this like Earth, this is like a different Earth that they're on. So I did enjoy that. Um, and yeah, I loved everything about that. It's just a really great film. Like I said, the MVP was Vanessa Kirby, Julie Gardner, and I like Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. And him as Johnny Storm, he was great. I love they gave him a brain. He actually showed his part because people forget like Johnny Storm was a scientist. Like, there's no way they wouldn't allowed him to go on space if he didn't have a brain. And none of the other films didn't show none of his smarts or geniuses. So that was cool, man. I thought that was really dope, and I liked how they did that. The director Matt Shackman, who did WandaVision, he did an absolute great job with this movie. Fantastic movie. My only problem is you can see the edits in the movie. You could definitely see the edits and the cuts of the movie. It definitely was there. You can see everything that was supposed to be there because there was some scenes that got cut. You could definitely tell by the edits. um, it dragged a little bit. It did drag. It wasn't like exciting a lot, but again, Fantastic Four, some of the comics didn't have all that in there. They were more so trying to figure out things because that's what Reed Richards is about. He's about figuring out things and they trying to figure out the solution to the problem. They ain't just go up to space to fight Galactus. They just went up there to just say, hey, let's talk real quick before we get into it. Galactus was like a no-go. We come in, we're gonna suck your planet. You got this amount of time to get it figure it out. And that's what Reed Richards does. He figured out a solution to a problem. I like that they introduced Franklin Richards and that too. But my only gripes with the movie was the edit. It dragged a little bit, you know what I mean? For this to be like phase six, you want to come out with gun blazing. Whatever edit problems they had, they should have fixed it right then and there. And I did have little issues with Pedro being Reed Richards. I feel like they should have really cast somebody else. I think Pedro, not to say Pedro not a great actor. I like Pedro Pascal. I really do. I like seeing him in all types of. I like that he's working. That's good. But he just didn't seem there. And maybe he should have just pushed some stuff back before jumping in and doing it because I think he just jumped out The Last of Us to do this movie. So he was tired, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tired.
They
So
filmed the movie in less than a year or in about 12 months or something. So it was a quick turnaround.
movies in the theater this year. Every last one of them. He was in The Materialist, Eddington, The Last of Us, Freaky Tales.
He just came up with Gladiator not too long ago, which I
Yeah,
filming for that had to be exhausted because that was a long one.
yeah. So he's been in everything, man. So I was just like, my man is tired, man. He's been in a lot of these films, and he's working. He's working. He's legit working. So it was really, really daunting on him probably to do the character. But overall though, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I dropped it down just a little bit because it's not perfect. It definitely dragged, but I think as far as an MCU movies concerned, I think that this is like I put this up there with okay, so since Endgame, we talking about post Endgame, like all the movies that came out of Endgame, right? Spider-Man No Way Home, Guardians 3, Thunderbolts, and then this movie.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Post Endgame. We're not
Yeah,
talking about before.
right.
Yeah. So
I,
post Endgames, I put that up there with them.
yeah, I would probably swap out. What did you say? What did you say was number one?
I said Spider-Man No Way Home,
Spider Man.
Guardians 3, Thunderbolts, and then this movie.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I
Yeah,
might
post.
I might just swap this movie with Black Panther 2, but it's
Oh,
close. But I
okay,
really
okay.
they did with Namor in Black Panther 2. I think that his introduction was amazing to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a close one. I didn't like what they did with everything else, but his introduction was good to me. Yeah, I didn't like how I didn't like everything else, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I can
Nah,
see that.
yeah, you good, you good, you good. So,
What
um,
did Sensei, how did you feel? And I don't know if this was a problem with the editing of the story, but I know you've seen it twice, so you probably have a better insight than me. But with Galactus's motivations and intentions, what exactly was he planning to do with Franklin?
his intentions was to have Franklin be his successor because Franklin, his powers. I don't know if you read the comics or you know anything about Franklin's
Yeah, I
powers.
I went from like
I know just enough too. I don't know a lot,
yeah,
but
like just in the movie context, because I'm just looking at it as a movie, like saying if I didn't know anything about Franklin in the comics, does Galactus make sense in this movie? Because he never really said what his point was. They just kind of flipped out and was like, "No, you can't." Like, was he gonna feed him? Was he gonna eat him? Was he gonna draw his power? Was he gonna use his power? They never really said in the movie. He just kind of jumped out and just like, "Hey, let me take him." And then
nah.
like he never said like, "What are you talking about? What are you gonna do?" Like it was that part I didn't catch. And if they said it, I didn't see it.
So he was planning on having him as his successor because he was tired. He was tired of being the devourer of planets, and he was tired of being in that position. So he was trying to get because someone had to give him that spot, and he
Mm,
was forced to do it. He didn't have a choice. So that's what he was going to do to Franklin Richard is have him as his successor. He wasn't going to eat him. He wasn't going to kill him. He was just going to help him raise him up to show him the ropes so he can go ahead and retire and let Franklin take over as Galactus. That was that about because as you saw what Franklin was able to do, bringing his mother back, he got some really special powers, and he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with later down the line.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think they could have just made his motivations a little bit clearer in the film.
Yeah, yeah, they probably could have explained it a little bit more, but
I think they
that's
probably
really,
did, but like you said, the edits, I think some of that part was just poorly edited. That's what I think.
I think so. But you know, when they went up to space, they asked him like, What can we do to get you away from our planet? And
Mhm,
then when he saw that she had life in her, that Franklin in her, that's when he said, "If you give me the boy to have him as my successor, I will leave y'all alone."
mhm.
So that's what it was. And yes, there are things in that particular moment in time you can tell that there was some definitely edit parts in there. Another thing too that I wish they would have had in the movie, and this is something that someone brought up to me the other day, the Watcher.
Yeah, The Watcher, if they wanted to do comic book accurate, they should have
Yeah.
had The Watcher. But
They,
yeah, I don't understand why they didn't because The Watcher already appeared in some of the films, like in like after credits and stuff. They could have easily just thrown him in there, but I don't know.
exactly, exactly. So the Watcher should have been up in there. I mean, like you could have asked Jeffrey Wright to come in and voice them and just show them appearance or something just for like a split second. It wouldn't took you no time to do that. But the Watcher was definitely missing from the movie. And I don't. John Malkovich was supposed to be in the movie, and they cut his scene out.
That-
He's supposed to play one of them characters. And then another thing too, like I don't mind him being in there, but Paul Walter Hauser being about that. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser being Mole Man, that was like,
I feel like the supporting cast was really non-existent. You had the main guys, you had Surfer, and you had Galactus. I really don't remember anyone else from this film. Like as far as supporting cast, Mo Man, what was he? What he got? A minute? What he got? 4 lines?
yeah.
And everybody, I think the teacher that spoke to Ben Grimm, I thought that was going to be like a character they developed. She had her one little part, and it was out. I feel like it was very just focused on the family, which is cool. It's a Fantastic Four movie, but we didn't get any supporting characters coming out of this.
No, we didn't, man. And like you can't say that none of those guys that was in the Fantastic Four are supporting characters because they all the main characters.
Right.
So you really didn't have a strong supporting. And I think that came with the edited aspect of things,
Yeah.
like when they cut certain scenes out. And when I said that they did that, I was like, uh oh. They announced that before, like a week before the movie came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like, you know, I was like, Overall, man, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. I put it up there with the other three films that came out post Endgame. Is it the best Marvel movie I've seen? No. Is this the best Fantastic Four movie that they ever put out? Absolutely. Compared to the other three movies we got.
Well, the last one we don't talk, that doesn't exist.
Nah, they don't exist. They don't exist.
The two Fox movies, the first one I did enjoy. The second one, The Surfer, looked good, but the movie was just crap. The movie was crap.
Movie was garbage. Pure 100% garbage.
The movie was that
No,
movie.
no, no, no existing in it at all. So yeah, that movie was like
This is
trash.
definitely the best one by far, by far, by far.
Yeah. And I so but then like going back to that first one that came out in '05, I like that Reed Richards more than I like
Yes.
Pedro. And Chris Evans, whether you liked him or not, I liked his Johnny Storm in that movie because he was very snarky, very funny, and he worked.
Yeah.
But like not to say that Joseph Quinn didn't do his thing, he did do his thing. But it's just like I like what Chris Evans was bringing to the table with that one.
I feel like yeah, that first one, I feel like script wise, they gave the characters more. The Ben Grimm, I think it was with Michael Chickles or something.
Like he was good too.
He was
He's
good.
good too.
And I feel like the script gave him the ability to express the thing. If
Yeah,
this, because this guy wasn't bad as the thing, I just feel like they didn't give him enough. They didn't
they
give him
cut.
enough.
They probably cut a lot of his scenes out. He probably had more to do, but they just didn't give him a lot to do.
Yeah, that's
And
so yeah.
then like they did this weird thing with him. They gave him a beard. I was like, why y'all give him a beard? What's the point in it?
Yeah, the beard. I don't know. I guess they just wanted to make sure he was different for a little while, give him a look, show that he's going through something. I don't know. I don't know what that came about.
Um, I said so. I seen the movie twice and I loved it. Now, okay, so now we going. We I think if y'all was in our last stream, thank y'all for coming in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me and Dale. I got our stuff in the link in the description. Um, I think like now we get to the point where like so now we with Superman,
Mhm.
and I think that the last stream that you and me had, we already discussed Superman. We
Yeah.
spoiled it. We talked about it. It's been out for weeks. Um, we already done dissect Superman from point A to point B. All right, so here we are with Fantastic Four and Superman. Who had the better movie?
I enjoyed Superman more. Didn't think it was gonna be that way leading up to the summer. I really didn't think I would feel this way. I'm super shocked, but I was just more excited watching Superman. When I walked out of Superman, I felt more like I just watched a comic book come to life or animated series in live action. I enjoyed it more.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it more. That's all I can say. I really enjoyed it more.
Okay. Um, and I gotta say the same thing for me. I gotta give it to Superman after viewing Fantastic Four twice because Superman was fun. You felt hopeful. It is like opening up a comic book. Superman didn't waste any time explaining much at all. It just went right into it, smack right into it. You didn't Gunn didn't give you no time to explain anything about the movie. You went right into the whole thing. There's definitely some contrast difference between both films. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I gave Superman an 8, and I stand by the 8, and I gave Fantastic Four a 7. Definitely, Fantastic Four did a better job explaining things about the characters a little bit more.
Mhm.
With James Gunn, he assumed that everybody should already be caught up with Superman and the metahumans and stuff like that. I've
Mhm.
been in a lot of rooms and a lot of stuff on TikTok with people talking about it. Some people had gripes about the story in Superman, like it was just all over the place. There was just so much going on. But that's what Gunn did was he skipped the origin and he got you right smack middle of the comic. It's almost like you just got done reading the first couple issues of Superman. You just getting right smack into this new issue. Like you getting right into the action part of it. So that's what he did, and I can appreciate that. But I also understand that most people that's not like their thing because some of people are not comic book readers, so they don't know how comic books work, and so I can understand it. And then Fantastic Four didn't have much action, which Superman did. And then to be fair, like I was telling everybody that Superman done had so many iterations. We haven't had a Superman movie where the action just like, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
to be in there. So yeah, man. Superman was definitely a better movie. Way
Yeah.
better movie. You know what I'm
But
saying?
the origin thing, I feel like both films started 3 years in, or basically like 3 years in. Like Superman, I think he was already Superman for 3 years. Fantastic Four, they were kind of already Fantastic Four for like 3 or 4 years or something.
Yeah.
I like the way that James Gunn handled it better, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he told Superman's origin as the story went, like him seeing the stuff from his parents and Lex kinda explaining some of the things he knew, his parents on Earth explaining some of the things they knew. So we kinda got the idea. We didn't get, like, a real origin, but we got the idea. Fantastic Four, they was just like, beginning of the movie, we're gonna show you a bunch of news clips of things that they did, and if you got it, you got it. If not, too bad. And I don't know, I kinda like Superman, but I do get some people might not have been able to follow if they're not in the comics. But again, Superman, the supporting cast to me in Superman is superior. Like Nathan Fillion, I forget the guy's name who played Mr. Terrific. Even Lois, like I felt
Right to
so many.
Brotherhand.
What's his Jimmy Olsen? So many characters from that film. If they got their own series, I would watch it. There's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nobody that came out of Fantastic Four that I would care about outside of the main core cast.
Yeah, I mean the cast in Superman was tight, strong. Fantastic Four, everybody was good, but except for like the issues that I had with Pedro and oh boy that played the thing, but the guy that played the thing that wasn't his fault because I feel like they cut a lot of his scenes out. You didn't really get to spend much time with him. to
Yeah, I
get
didn't.
to really just
Yeah, you didn't really. They could have gave him a lot more, but even with Superman, they didn't give Green Lantern that much, but it was enough for you to want more. It was enough for you
right,
to I
right.
want to see what he's gonna do in Lantern. I want to see what he's gonna do over here. I want to see what Mr. Terrific can do. I want to see what Jimmy Olsen's gonna do. You know, and then Lex with his people, even with the engineer, I
Yeah.
was quite interested in seeing more of her. Like I really, he did a good job with making you want to see those characters again.
You want to see more of the characters that was in the movie and doing it. So well, see, that's why I said to me, and then they were way more interesting too, because most people don't know about Mr. Terrific. Most people don't know about Guy Gardner. They don't know anything about metamorphosis,
Yes, yep,
metamorpho. I mean, so uh, they're just so many different things, and Superman was just done right, in my honest opinion. That Fantastic Four fell flat on. Not, but I think tonally, the both movies are different in a
yes.
sense of they both is like flipping open a Silver Age comic book, right? Is both of them shared that. Both of them shared somewhat similar of explaining the origin stories. Um, there was a little bit more meat on the bones with the character development in Fantastic Four, only because you didn't have a lot to do because Fantastic
Yeah,
Four wasn't really introducing a new universe. Superman was. As far as the opening up the characters up for Superman, James Gunn did his part on it.
yeah.
Um, and just all that. But overall, man, it's just all about preference. I think that I told people I've been in many, many different spots talking about both these movies, whether it's been on TikTok or it's been on Clubhouse
You
or
ever show up on Threads, man? Threads is a that's a madhouse. Oh my
it's a
goodness.
madhouse on X too, and mostly X pissed me off because it's nothing but Snyder Bros on
Oh yeah, yo,
X.
yeah. X is pretty. I don't even step foot on X no more. Nah.
It's nothing but Snyder Bros. Listen, we're never getting a Zack Snyder cut of those movies no more. It's done. He's
Done.
moved on, and you should too. It's over, man. Let that shit go. um, but and then like bigger YouTubers, they're not making it any better neither. Some of them didn't like Superman. He
Mhm.
was weak. He whined. Da 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 da. I was like, can a brother be vulnerable for a minute? He can't
Yeah,
always be stoic.
right, right. That's we got to get something else out of him. We did that already. We had the Snyder thing. We did it. It's gone. It's over with. Let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah. And so yeah, I think that man, I think what you call just did it better, bro. I think Superman did it better.
Yeah.
And they're just how the cookie crumbles. And apparently the fans feeling the same way because the movie just hit $500 million over the weekend with a $225 million budget. So it's on its way to hit $600 million. I want to know where did people think that this movie's gonna hit? I want to know where did people get the idea that both of these movies gonna hit $1 billion? Neither one of these IPs never hit $1 billion.
I don't know. I'm thinking because Superman is a new under new management and
Yeah,
James they were hoping that James Gunn push would give it an extra 100, 200,000, but $1 billion is it's a rough number to hit, especially when you're in a month that's so stacked. If he came at a time when there was nothing, when it was just a dry spell,
yeah,
he would have more of a chance, but regardless, however you want to slice it, Fantastic Four is going to cut into some of that. However you want to slice it, Jurassic coming a week before is going to cut into some of that. If he had his own month, he probably would have got an extra 150 before it fans out. But I think he might get 657. Might make 650. Might.
yeah. I try to tell everybody I didn't think that neither one of these movies gonna hit $1 billion. I knew Jurassic World was probably because that's a overall love IP. Like it's no superhero ish, but I didn't think that Superman or Fantastic Four was gonna hit like $1 million or $1 billion or whatever. I think that I said Superman probably made 600 or 700, and I said that Fantastic Four is gonna probably make 500.
I can
You know
see
what I'm
Fantastic
saying?
Four. Where is it at? now.
Okay, so domestically, Fantastic Four made 118 domestically, and then it made like what's it called? It made one I think like made $100 million overseas. So it made like $218 million
Yeah,
opening weekend.
I think Fantastic Four is gonna fizzle out. I don't feel the word of mouth is good.
It's not that strong. Like Superman came out, it was strong. It was very I look when I walked. So let me tell you how it was went down for me. The first screening for Fantastic Four, it was no one clapping in the movie, barely. Some people was, some people wasn't, and it was just like when I walked out the theater after the post credit scene happened. I just had like asked everybody, was what was how y'all feel about that movie? Everybody was like, it was okay, it was cool. I said, was it better than Superman? Nah, I like Superman more, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So and then, but when I went to see Superman, everybody was clapping, everybody was happy, everybody was just pure joy, everybody was this and that. So it then like another thing, both of these movies are somewhat polarizing if you really think about it because Superman coming out from the DCE universe, which those was like failures. People
yeah,
lost faith in DC, they lost faith in everything. And then James Gunn is like hot and cold with people. Some people like him, some people don't. People think that he was the wrong person to direct Superman. Um, and then Fantastic Four coming out from like the MCU failures. They've been bombing after bombing after bombing. None of the shows really land. People just got disinterested in the product. So neither one of these movies had a lot going against them. But
yeah.
it just seemed like to me, people really wanted Superman to take the throne because it's a stronger IP than Fantastic Four. Is that
Mhm.
you think what you think about that?
I agree 100%. Superman is the stronger one. The DC new universe, whatever it's called, DCEU, Gun Universe, Gunverse, whatever they're gonna name it,
Right.
is a lot riding on this movie, and it is a fresh start, a fresh reboot here. Fantastic Four didn't borrow from any of the old MCU films, but it still had the stigma of this is a MCU related film, so people went into it not knowing. And there's a lot of people I know who've seen Fantastic Four with the hopes of we're gonna get clues for Doomsday. Like they're already thinking past Fantastic Four. You know,
Right.
Superman was just like, we don't know what's coming. We're gonna see Superman. We're gonna enjoy Superman. So I think that hurt Fantastic Four in a way, but it also helped because people were just there to continue on with their MCU homework, as they're calling it now, and just saying, I have to see everything so I don't get lost. When this movie probably did it, but I know a lot of people who were like, I know Robert Downey Jr. is going to show up. I'm waiting for the teaser. I'm waiting to see this. What's going to happen to Doomsday? And I'm like, just watch this movie first and see what happens. So yeah, I think maybe some of that anticipation also made some people see the movie and was just like, "That's it," because it really didn't have any connections.
No, I didn't have no connections at all. And as far as Robert Downey Jr. concerned, spoiler alert, you don't really see him because they can't afford to pay him because they give him so much money right now. They can't even afford to pay him. He's only paid for Doomsday and Secret Wars. That's the only movies he's in.
You know,
And
the
that,
cameo. Oh, I'm sorry to
huh?
cut you.
No, no,
I
what
was
you say?
cameo in this in the anticipation reminded me of like when people went to see Shazam because they was like there's a Superman Henry Cavill cameo at the end and he never really showed his face. He was just it's like one of those things. It's like, do y'all really want to see Shazam or y'all just want to see what's gonna happen in the universe?
Bro, it is so crazy. People's expectations was I think people had very high expectations. I think we all did. I think all of us had expectations, high expectations when Superman came out, and for some people, I think they put it on a really higher expectation. But I was like, it's a beginning of a new thing that Gunn doing. Give the man a break. He's trying to introduce all these characters and try to figure out how to do it. So yeah, and then like you got Fantastic Four They started phase 6. They introducing, reintroducing them again, and it's just a lot, man. It's a lot. Both of these IPs had a lot going against them,
Yeah.
and so, but I think Superman won over the audience regarding all the negative feedback. You got people on YouTube like Jeremy Jones and Tyrone Magnus and all them folks saying like it's a big old trash or it's mid, this is that or whatever. This
Yeah.
the audience spoke. They like Superman, bro.
It's one of those movies. If you having like a family get together, a barbecue, anything, you throw on Superman, everyone is gonna be able to watch it and enjoy it. And you don't got to take it too serious, but you can if you want to look into it. It's just an enjoyable film. Some films you can't just. It's just one of those universal films to me that'll always be able to play anywhere. You can walk into a doctor's office and Superman will be playing and you'll enjoy it. It's just one of those movies.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Now I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw Fantastic Four, I was like, ugh, this might be better than Superman. But then when I watched it again, I was like, nope.
Yeah,
I fucked up by making that reaction video too early, though. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I just came out and I was like, oh man, this may be better than Superman. It's really good. And I watched it again. I was like, it's good, but it ain't as it's still on top of Superman.
yeah. The last 30 so minutes of the movie was really intense. Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
So it does leaves off at a good point, but when you have to watch it again, I think if I had to watch it again, I'll probably be fighting through the beginning of that movie.
yeah. So, but overall, man, I enjoy both of these movies, and I just tell everybody like, look, let's appreciate the fact that we had both of these come out in the same month. We is That's not gonna happen too often.
No,
So let's just appreciate this moment that DC and Marvel blessed us with two very
too good.
big IPs, and we got a chance to watch them.
Uh,
And I never went to go see a Superman 3 times in the theater before in my life, not once. Only superhero movies I've done that with was Spider Man in 2002, and what you call the Dark Knight. That was it.
Man, I've seen The Dark Knight so many times.
So many times, bro. I seen that movie so many times, especially when I went to the theater. But I also like those movies. Just at that time was just something fresh and something new. Hello
Hello,
from Caucasus. I see, I see you. So yeah, bro. But overall, though, bro, I enjoy both of them. But we both lean more towards Superman. Now, look, I try to remove my DC bias because I am a DC fan, and I'm sure you are too.
I'm a DC fan, but I'm more of a Marvel guy. That's why it
Okay,
hurts
so
me
you more
so
of a
much
Marvel
to
guy.
admit. It hurts me so like I got friends who are like, yeah, that I was just like, it hurts me so much to admit that I'm not a Superman fan in the least bit, in the least
Neither am I.
bit.
I'm not look, this is my
Yeah,
dude right here.
right,
So
right.
I'm not a fan of Superman neither, but it's like that was a good movie, bro.
It was
That
just
was
a
just a
good
fun
movie.
movie.
It was just a yeah. It was just a good movie.
So it's tough, man. It's really tough. Um, I just think that and then the public spoke, man, through word of mouth. Like the more people say this movie sucks, so then people gonna want to go see it. So the more you telling someone that something just sucks so bad, they gonna want to check it out for themselves. And
And
then they'll end up like, yo, I actually like this movie.
I know this movie is going to go crazy on HBO Max. I know this. I
He
know this.
dropping Superman is dropping on VOD August the 23rd, which is smart because he's given enough time because there's nothing else big coming out through the rest of this month.
Right.
Next month. Only thing we got is like weapons, the Naked Gun, and the Toxic Avenger, but most people don't remember the Toxic Avenger like that. Weapons is gonna do really good because
Weapons looks
horror always does well.
yeah.
I think the
Weapons.
Naked Gun gonna probably flop because come on,
Yeah.
man,
I don't know.
most people ain't gonna remember that.
Yeah, I don't know if Naked Gun is in its time anymore. I don't know if that can go over and this in this time. And the
Nah,
jokes in Naked Gun, the older movies are so raunchy. I don't know how they're gonna push this one off in this climate today. It's gonna be something. That's like I was seeing something where people were like they should bring back American Pie, and I'm like, they do American Pie now. I don't think they could do the same type of jokes. I don't-
Nah, it won't land the same. We definitely in a different generation, and I think they view comedy a little differently than we do. So it's a little tough to sell. The only thing I
yeah,
see being successful next month is weapons. That's the only thing
it
I see.
looks good though. These trailers look good. They look good.
Does it looks real good. But still though, I talked to everybody. Everybody done seen Superman about 3 or 4 times, bro.
Yeah. Superman is one of those movies you could just watch and play. That's why I know when it hits VOD or HBO Max and stuff, people are just gonna watch it continuously. And then Peacemaker's gonna come about and then it's gonna get a resurgence again and people are gonna want to watch Superman again and then go to Peacemaker.
And see, and you just hit the nail on the coffin. See, Gunn is smart. He know because he told everybody if you watch Peacemaker, it's gonna tie in everything with Superman. He gonna drop Superman right then and there to make everybody go watch Superman and Peacemaker again.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be one of them. I'm gonna be one
Yeah,
of
see,
them.
yeah, see, he's smart. See, that's why I'm saying like he knew this movie. He gave this movie enough room to do his thing because it's really word of mouth. Really, in the U.S., Superman is killing. Superman beat Man of Steel at the box office and domestically.
I just seen that today on the report. Yep.
Yeah, it just slammed Man of Steel, so the Snyder Bros can shut the fuck up. Shut up. It won. It's over with. All that dark stuff over.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. It's over. Um, where do you so what's your predictions on like the end result of I think we touched on it earlier, but what's your end prediction at the box office as far as both these movies?
Superman, I could see it crossing 650 worldwide. I could
Mhm.
definitely see that happening. I feel like it's still got a lot of steam in it. I think Fantastic Four's word of mouth is not that great and it's gonna fizzle. I'm gonna give Fantastic Four 460, 470. I don't know if it's gonna
Ooh,
pass the
that's
half a mil
that's
mark.
man, that's low. That's
Yeah,
low. You don't think gonna hit 5?
I don't know. When are they supposed to pull it out? Mid um probably end of August.
I think so. I think Marvel gonna probably let Fantastic Four sit in there the whole month. I think they're gonna let that breathe a little bit. But
So I think five would be where I would stop it. No more than 520. No more than 520. I don't feel like it's going strong.
who's stronger, Batman or Superman? That is a stupid question right now. Stop it. Come on. Y'all know the answer to that question. Stop it. Um,
you
nah,
think?
man.
You think?
I
Where you think they're gonna go?
what box office?
Yeah.
Superman, I see 670, maybe 675.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give Fantastic Four a little grace. I say 550 for
Oh,
Fantastic Four.
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna outdo Superman.
No, no. I don't think
Nah, I don't think so. Regardless of what everybody say, Superman did really good domestically, and that just shows that people can get up and go to the movies
so.
if we got something really good to watch.
Yep. Yep.
With that being said, I'm very pleased and happy to see both of these movies in the theater. It's been a hell of a ride going to the movies all year long. I can't wait till we get to the roundup. In my opinion, my favorite films that I've seen this year, it got to be Sinners. It got to be F1. Superman definitely going in there. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and honorable mention. I like the Materialist, and I liked what else did I see this year that I liked? I think that's it, man. Everything else was either mid and okay. Oh yeah, I like Companions too. Companions was really good.
This year has a lot. It's gonna be the end of the year is gonna be hard. I can tell already because it's already difficult. Like as much as I didn't like certain things about Fantastic Four, it's still a good movie. Like if
It's
this
a
film
good
came
movie.
out not right after Superman, it would have been probably the best movie of whatever month it came out in. It's a really good movie. we got a lot of great stuff. It's a tough year. It's a tough year. It is a tough
It's
year.
it's a tough year. There's a lot of really good movies that came out. What you
We
gonna
still
say?
got we still got a lot more stuff coming.
We got Mortal Kombat. We got that. The
We got.
trailer.
I just don't trust Mortal Kombat, so I'm just gonna leave my mouth shut.
Yeah,
I
I don't
want
trust
it
it
to be
neither.
good, but I don't trust them because the last one that came out, the trailer when they showed the Scorpion and Sub Zero, that trailer, that one where they had them fight in it, I said this movie looks amazing. And when the movie started and they had that scene of them like in the past, I said, oh, this is gonna be so good. And then
And then the movie took a turn, a dark turn at that. And it's the same guy who did the first ones, and he's doing this one. And he cast Butcher as Johnny Cage.
I don't get the casting. I don't get why they put Johnny Cage as the lead. I don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it.
I don't either, but we're gonna roll with it.
Tron, we got Tron.
We got Tron Ares. I don't know, man. The more I keep looking at the trailer, the more it's kind of like making me feel like, I don't know.
I
But
hope they're hiding stuff. I hope they really gonna bring it. I hope the trailer is just trying to like bait us in.
I
We'll
hope
see.
so too. I hope
Is is,
so too.
is
Huh?
Predator this year or
Yes, we got Predator Badlands too. And
that might
for people that didn't see Predator Killers or Killers, that's another one of my favorite movies this year too. It's on stream. I was just naming stuff that was theatrical, but Predator Killers or Killers, you should definitely go watch that.
that I seen I just watched it with the extended ending, so I'm kind of really excited about what's gonna happen next. If you've seen it, you know, like
I have. They brought back I think that director he understands the character and the lore so much.
he's great with the lore, man. He has me tied in from Prey to Killer of Killer. Like I'm all the way in. I'm all the way in. Yeah, he got me.
Man, so I'm looking forward to seeing Badlands. And then we got Avatar. What you think about that Avatar trailer?
Wasn't feeling
Neither was I.
it. Wasn't
I just was like, all right.
Yeah, I was all right. Cool.
I was like, okay. I may go see it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what am I doing that month?
Yeah. Um, and then we got we got a stack of stuff, man.
Got a bunch
And
of
not to
stuff.
mention, huh?
What I'm trying to think. For Halloween time, what do we have for October? We usually get a big horror film. Scream is
Y'all-
not making it this year, right?
Nah, Scream ain't making it this year. That's next year. We did get I Know What You Did last summer. That movie was ass.
I I, I was gonna watch it. It's
It was ass. It was ass. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time with that one. And
don't think we have a big horror film this October yet.
nah, it's just weapons, but weapons coming out in August.
Weapons
So
is about to be a summer film technically. I
yeah,
don't
we
think
don't have anything coming out horror in October. Only thing in October we got is like Tron Ares and Mortal Kombat come out in October.
man.
So but yeah, dude, is
What else did you
this
catch this year that we didn't talk about? Oh, you know what I did see?
what's it?
I think that was this year. The movie Drop. Did you watch? Did you catch Drop?
I did see Drop. Drop was good.
Yeah, Drop was good. I actually enjoyed that one. I keep forgetting that I did watch Drop.
It's so many movies that came out this year. It's just easy to remember. You know why you forgot Drop? Because Sinners came out the same month.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Drop, and then Sinners just yeah, Sinners was just so whirlwind with Sinners, and then
yeah,
yeah, and I think I'm after that I'll probably see Final Destination or something. So it kind of just got lost in my brain somewhere.
yeah. Final Destination did come out this year. Final Destination was good too.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, dude. As far as horror concerned, I think we've been getting stacked with horror movies, but I think Weapons is gonna probably be the horror movie of the year.
Weapons looks good. Weapons
Yeah.
looks good. All the trailers to me are like, oh wait, isn't the Marlon Wayans Jordan Peele? thing supposed to be coming?
Yeah, they come
They
out in
do that.
September. I forgot
Okay,
about that.
that's another one. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check that out.
So yeah, dude, we got a lot, man. So the year ain't over with, man. The year ain't over with, but the summer is almost over, and we had a hell of a summer with some of these
Yeah,
movies.
it's a good summer.
28 years later was a little bit of a letdown for me. I wanted more
I
from them.
actually did get to check it out since you told me last time.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it, but it's hard when you do these movies that are like so far after the originals and
Hmm.
you have only the original in your head because movies have changed so much. And it's just like if I'd never seen the original, I probably would have liked this film more.
And then also too, since the original, we done had so many zombie movies. I
Yeah,
could be numb to that because if you was
yeah,
a fan of The Walking Dead, you kind of already
yeah.
seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of like,
That's how I feel when they do I Am Legend 2. How is that gonna play? How is that gonna play? Yeah, we did. We had World War Z. We had a lot of zombies. We had a lot of those type of films and series. We had TV series like crazy. So
hmm.
yeah,
So that's the real question, like how all this stuff gonna play out, man. But nah, dude, like I enjoy both of these movies. But I am glad that Superman winning though for sure.
yeah.
And it's gonna keep growing. And I think that the year almost out, and we gotta finish out the year strong, man. So what would you say the next movie that you looking forward to is Weapons?
Weapons, 100% weapons is the next one. That's probably the next thing I'm gonna see in theaters for sure.
Then we need to do another one of these for Weapons then.
Yeah, we could do that. Weapons is I'm waiting for that. Those trailers, weapons trailers, so it
So
sticks in my
shoot.
brain.
So
Man.
let's make it now then. We'll do another one of these for Weapons on your
Okay,
platform this time.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it for
Yeah,
weapons.
let's do it. But man, you got any last things you want to say about both of these films, man? Anything you wanted to say?
Last thing I can say, both of the films were good. I can understand whichever way you want to go with it. I get it. They were different. Neither one of them was bad. I'm gonna say that. Neither one of them was bad, but I just enjoyed Superman more, and I think Superman is gonna do better overall.
Yeah, I think Superman is gonna do great. I think Superman is gonna take the throne. I think after time when people just see Fantastic Four, just they're gonna be like, but I get it. People like Fantastic Four more. I get it. They just Marvel heads. I get that. That's completely understandable. And I almost did too. But when I saw it again, I was like, nah, Superman got this junk. 'Cause I seen Superman 3 times. So they just tell you something that I really enjoyed the movie. So
All
yeah,
right.
but
I
man,
got
Bill,
one more question
what's
about
up?
the MCU because I see this as like something that's coming around a lot. Do you think the MCU just needs a full reboot at this point? Like just recast and just start over with all the characters now? Because they
I
have so much baggage from their movies.
I think well, for one, he did come out and say like after Secret Wars, they're doing a whole restructure of the MCU, like recasting everything and everybody. So we getting that. So I think after Secret Wars, we done.
Yeah.
Everybody's done. We getting a whole nother thing.
Because I know some people they just and I get it. Chris Hemsworth's Thor, he did great when he did it, but there's like people who are just they don't want to let these people go, and I'm like, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark was great, but they gotta recast. We can't keep all
We
of these people around forever.
we we have to recast, we have to restart, and then I think Feige said that he gonna focus more on the X-Men than just the Avengers. So I think letting the Avengers like gone, sell off to the sunset, and just focus on the X-Men stuff. I think that's the best way to go.
Yeah,
But they definitely need a reboot. They need a restart.
I wonder with at
Definitely,
least Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds because people love Deadpool.
yeah, they did. They did. They did. So I don't know what they gonna do with that, but
Yeah,
I definitely think they need a restart, like a fresh reboot after Secret Wars and is hey look, if Doomsday don't land, if Robert Downey Jr. don't land with Victor Von Doom, then
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's not a bad actor. It's just that if you can watch his work, he likes to try things, and I feel like he's gonna be in this space where he's gonna try something really crazy with the character, and it may not land.
If the Russos give him too much space, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So, but you see how he did with Doctor Doolittle, right? That shit did not land at all. So yeah, but anyway, Dale, man, I appreciate you doing this with me. Let's do weapons, bro. Let's do it
No,
on your giant.
let's do weapons over there. Like, yeah, let's look forward to it. I'll probably try to catch it opening Friday or Saturday, and we'll do it that week.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'll probably catch it the weekend too. So yeah, man, appreciate it, bro. And y'all follow this man, follow this man, follow this man. And I got all our links in the description. Appreciate
Appreciate it.
everybody that slide through. Thank y'all so much, and we'll catch y'all. We'll catch y'all when weapons, which they come out in a couple weeks. So we see y'all
Yep.
then.
All right.
All
Thanks for
right,
having
man.
me, man. Appreciate you.
Oh man, always same here, bro. I'll holler at you later.
All right.
All right.